Welcome back, YouTubers, Gunners, subscribers. We are back. This is the second video after the video of showing you how to tear down, do an oil pump, and torque a cylinder head. Today we'll be moving on to installing the rockers, installing the camshafts, timing, valve lashing. We're going to cover all of that in this vlog. Really important. Thank you so much to everyone that's donated to my Cash App so I can get some supplies here. I appreciate it. I guess you guys noticed that you've learned so much that you could have spent a lot of money on, but instead you learned it here for free. Now you're going to apply it. I'll leave my Cash App in this video too if you want to send some love. It's all good. Whatever you send is much appreciated. But I'm ready to go. I'm cleaning up some small things right now, and we're gonna start gunning. You ready? Like the video. Like. Alright now. Alright guys. Alright guys. Yep, alright guys. Alright, so okay boys. You got something to say, 40?
Yeah. Hi.
Well, for right now, since that motor, oh man, that light, I gotta stand like right here. Sorry about that, guys. So right now, since that motor was just, you know, in bad shape inside, as far as the cleansingness, I just took a bucket here. I sprayed everything with Simple Green, and I'm taking out every cap and just cleaning up every cap. This is a real, you know, fragile state too, because you don't want to put dirty stuff on new things. You know what I mean? So it's a brand new cylinder head, brand new cams, and I'm just doing my part. I'm just going to clean every piece, lay it down, and so on and so forth. Okay, I got my caps and my bolts all cleaned up as best as I could. They were really, really dirty, but kind of saved them guys right here, man. Come on. There it is. Not bad. So I let those dry up a little bit more. Lubricant is really important because you don't want this stuff to basically rust out, but we're installing it right away. I cleaned the rocker assembly as good as I can too with some brake cleaner. I used some of that money and bought a case. I used 2 bottles just on this right here. So I'm going to lube this guy up real quick. Pause. We're going to install that right now. Guys, I'm in good shape. I'm in good shape right now. Everything is cleaned up. It's looking good. Now, when I bring this rocker assembly over, remember, you don't want nothing to pop out, so squeeze them together. Pause. You seen that little dip I did? That's a big pause when I said squeeze. That was crazy. You know, squeeze it together like this, right? You bring it over, nice and easy. You're trying to line up those 2 10s right there. Nice and easy. Make sure your lost motions are... I heard something. Did I lose anything? No, I'm fine. Okay, it'll come down. We just got to find the right position because maybe something's up right now, which looks like it's this side. There it is. There it is. Okay, nice little mallet here. We're just going to double check before we bang down that no springs or nothing are out. Okay, so your middle is going to go on that lost motion. Remember that one we lubed up, pause, in the last video? That's where that goes, and you'll feel it tension back. You see this? Springs back to you. So same thing here. Okay, this one's down. Everything looks good. Now, this is going to begin to sit flush here, okay? As I hit it down. Beautiful. More over. Beautiful. Okay, this came out, so we have to push. I always think, like, when I hear the horn outside, like someone's telling me to move, but I'm taking up my own parking. This is tedious, guys. Don't worry about it, man. You're not going to get it in one shot, you know? Just make sure that everything is lined up. There it is. That's coming together real nice. Okay. Right there, we look great. Okay? Grab my hammer again. Just see what happens. A little love tap. That's coming together nice. Beautiful. Beautiful. Money. Money. That's it. Rocker assembly is on. It's sitting flush on the cylinder head. That's even better. Now, a lot of assembly lube. A lot. This stuff right here works great. I would suggest you get this. Come on. There it is. Assembly lube. Lucas, this works great. This is, you can get this from AutoZone. So you want to put it to where the cams are going to sit here, right? You want to put it in between the rockers also. Lubricate everything that you can, okay? So here goes that. And hey, be generous with it too. Don't hold back. Because remember, this is going to be clean metal on clean metal. So there's no oil to help anything. The cams, there's no oil to help the caps. Remember, we just cleaned everything. So be gracious with this stuff. Be literal. There it is. Put that in there. We're gonna move some stuff around like that. Nice. Use your hands, man. Move things. Move this stuff along. Move it on. Make sure all of this is lubricated. Get in there. Make sure. There it is. You get the concept, right? You get the concept. Our rocker assembly is ready for the cams and cam caps now. I'll lubricate this a little bit more. Pause off camera. But you guys get the gist, right? I'm going to go ahead and get my cams prepped. These are Skunk Ultra 3s. These are big. Pause. This is a big cam. And you know what? It's a good cam. I would have went with an Ultra 2. I know I suggested these in the past, but the thing... I don't know, man. I don't know. I honestly think that Kobe would have made more power on this same cam, the Ultra 3, if it wasn't for that VTEC solenoid. Remember we had that problem? So this comes, this comes coated with a lubricant. So now this is, which guy are you? Are you intake or exhaust? Come on, buddy. Can't find you. Alright, so let's read the box. Jesus Christ. It's not even that. Alright, this is intake. So intake, we're using an RBC cam gear. This is a PND. PND is an RBC. It's just a base model RSX. That's all it is. So we're going to line this guy up here, right? You have this dowel. You have that dowel, and then it sits inside of here. Got it? You line up the dowel. Money. That's it. We'll bolt on by hand the bolt here that I cleaned up, and we'll get ready to put it onto the cylinder head. Same thing with the exhaust. Both cam gears are on, not torqued yet. We'll torque that on the cylinder head. Now, before I move on, let's explain to you guys the pulse plates. Pulse plates, you look for exhaust, EX, there it is, okay? You line that dowel up with it. Hold on, we'll get it right, don't you worry, it's coming. Come on, focus up. Come on. Focus. Jesus, it fell right into. All right, let's try this. How about that? Ah, you can't beat that, me touching the camera, huh? So you're going to line up that dowel right there. Got it? Exhaust. You put your hex key in by hand. This has to be torqued also. I believe it's 39 or 41. I gotta research it again. I forget. So you're gonna do the same thing to the other cam. Nice and easy by hand as much as you can. That's it. Don't be a hero. That's a sandwich. Okay, so we have a huge dilemma, Gunners. I'm very sorry. Let's check this out. So this cam is so aggressive that I would actually have to time it almost by a half of tooth off. So now you see that right there? I don't like that. That's the only way I can get this guy to be TDC. Also, off camera, I know you're seeing a lot right now. It's because I ran into a huge dilemma with the pulse plates. So I ended up having to grind off like how I did on Kobe. Because the cam is so aggressive, I had to grind off the notch on the pulse plate. Now, I wish I had another one to show you right now because I torqued all of this. This gets torqued to 29. This is 51. And this is 83. So this is what we've come up with. I've called Carlito and I said, listen, before we ruin all of this money, we need a smaller cam. I am 100% at fault for this. I suggested to a lot of gunners to use Ultra 3s. Now, there's nothing wrong with skunk cams. I honestly think skunk makes the best cams in import racing. Unfortunately, this cam is just way too aggressive. So I'm going to tell him to get an Ultra 3. I've been trying to line this guy up to be somewhat close, and this is the closest that I got it. Check this out. So when you're timing up a K-series, you need to have your lines matching each other right here. See that? Those need to match. It's slightly off, right? And then you need to have your dots at the top of each one. And then down here, you have your gear that this arrow is pointing to this arrow on the cylinder, on the block. And then your dot here is for your bottom gold link. Don't you worry. I'll get some better lighting. Hold on. Let me help you out here. Apologies. I'd rather give this information out now than hurt anyone's motor or money. So you see that dot right there? This one right here? And that line? That's where the bottom gold link lines up. So now I'll put the camera back on the tripod and show you exactly what I'm dealing with right now. Now, when you're timing a K-series, right, out of here, part number alert. That's what you need for a 2420. Right there, that part number of chain. Okay, now when you're doing this, you're gonna have 3 gold links, right? So you've got the 2 for the gear. You see those 2 distinguishing colors? You've got the 2 for the gear. So you put that in between the dots. You put that in between the dots and you bring this guy down to that dot I was talking to you about earlier here. Now, I got it to line up. Bear with me. All right. I'm lined up down here, gold link to this dot. I'm lined up over here, but I'm off. I'm off slightly because this cam is super aggressive. Let me get a zip tie and just tie this guy together so I can explain to you exactly what I'm talking about. Now let's run through this together, right? So gold link on this dot, gold link on this dot. These 2 gold links go in between the dot. Very, very easy to put K-series on timing, right? So I put a zip tie there to leave some tension. Down here on this gold one, I'm on that dot. I'm lined up. You see that other line right there? You see that? There's a dot underneath this gold link. Now, I'm money right here, right? My whole issue is when I add some tension to it, I'm honestly going to move off another maybe half a tooth and I'll be off by a full tooth. Now, you're probably saying, Aki, why aren't you just going to send it? Guys, you're looking at like a $1,500 cylinder head. This is a lot of money. I'm afraid to jeopardize Carlito's money by trying to do a tutorial and just sending it. So you see how far off I am? Some people are going to say, nah, that's all right. I also had to cut out the pulse plates because, honestly, I was not getting this guy to be centered. I could not change the center line with the factory position on these pulse plates. So I had to grind out that pulse plate on both sides, move the center line, and then get it remotely close to here. So now I consulted with Carlito. I told him, hey, listen, before we damage anything, let's just swap these out for tuner 3s. The same ones that I would use on Kobe. So I used tuner 2s because tuner 3s were on back order. So I used tuner 2s and it worked out fine. It made 290 horsepower. This motor is capable of making 300 horsepower easily if we just use a tuner 3. Now, again, gunners, it's completely my fault. When I was building Kobe, I got some information that I should have done some more research on. I know that tuner 3s work. I've used tuner 3s since I had the coupe, since we had the gray coupe. And it's a great cam. The Ultras are great also. They're just way too aggressive. These are not daily driving kinds of cams. Spoke to my boy Morris. He broke 3 tensioners, 2 inline pro ones which were upgraded, and an OEM at idle on 3 different motors. So I'm sorry, on the same motor, they just kept changing tensioners. So this cam is just way too aggressive. Now, I say that to say this. I've kind of misled you guys when we were building Kobe, and I said, let's use the Ultra 3s. So if anyone's out there that's got Ultra 3s and is planning on using that on a stock bottom end, I don't suggest it. And I apologize. It is completely my fault. I take full responsibility for it. I suggested something that I did not test first, and I'm completely wrong. So with that being said, I'm going to end this vlog. I'm going to tear this, this valve train up, basically, swap out the cams, consult with Calito again on when he can pick up these cams, swap them out, and then we'll be back to show you how to put this. This is not clickbait, guys. I don't do clickbait. I made a mistake. I'm not going to finish a vlog like this and cost people thousands of dollars. So I apologize, man. I hope you guys can understand where I'm coming from right now. Like, comment, subscribe. Keep gunning.